You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio, and this woman gets yelled at for freezing food for the winter. Yelled at. Hey, that's what big freezers, deep freezers are for. And I'll dive into her story when we come back. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your opinion as far as what you think happened to Hannah Kobayashi and the way you get your message in. And you can be live right here in the studio. You can be podcast famous. Go over to Prophet Radio, PROPHET radio.com. At the top of the page says, leave a message for Deacon Live. Be heard. If you've got a microphone on your device or wherever you're listening to us on or at, you can speak right into it. You can be anonymous if you want. It comes right to our podcast. It actually comes right to our inbox, and we'll play it on the very next podcast as well. You can be podcast famous. We're wrapping up the year. We are already in December. Today's December 4th. We broadcast every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you get it in soon enough, we'll play it on this podcast. If not, you'll have to wait till next week. We'll play it on the very next podcast as well. And don't forget, we have over, Jesus Christ, our catalog goes back 7 years to 2017. So you can ask us any question over the last 7 years of shows that we have. Now, the show itself is coming up. March will be 11 years of doing this show. But unfortunately, the podcast gods, when they decided that they were going to start housing all the podcasts, they didn't house like the first 3 years of our show. So it happens. I still have them. Maybe I'll put them up on a paywall somewhere and you guys can listen to that, or I'll make them for free. You tell me. And the way you do that is go to prophetradio.com and let's be heard and be podcast famous. Now, my dad, excuse me, my dad lives with us now, as you guys know, coming up on 3 years in February. And sometimes he has a hard time opening things. He's 78 years old. He's not a frail man. He just doesn't have the strength that he did when he's, 53 years old. But there's something that's happening, a new trend that even younger people are starting to see right now. It's not your imagination. Beverage containers for milk, soda, and water have gotten harder to open in recent years because of the new plastic screw caps. The screw top caps have been shortened to save plastic. While the subtle shift in products opened by millions of Americans every day, the change of the industry touts as it's saving not just plastic, but also weight. Both can lead to less energy to transport them, lower carbon footprint, and a lower cost of production and packaging. That's one of the reasons why people transition from glass and metals, because plastic is just so much lighter and the weight is so much a large percentage of contributions towards a carbon footprint.